You're muted.
Sorry, trying to click at 3 things at the same time, and my brain got so confused. I was like, even when I clicked go live, I think I forgot to click again, like the second button, and then I was like, shit, I did not go live. So
we're really good at StreamYard.
It's a mess. And if everyone's noticed, this is not the Lazy Gang song, but that's because I'm still not paying for StreamYard's premium membership thing. So I still have to go through sharing my screen, etc. And the only one I've uploaded on as an unlisted video on my channel is my own one. I haven't uploaded the Lazy Gang one. So that's what we're getting.
You get what you get and you don't get upset.
Exactly. No one can complain about it. How is everyone? Let me stop sharing that screen. There we go. And then I can stop fussing over this. How are you doing today, Anna?
I'm good. I've had a really cozy Christmassy weekend so far.
Ooh, excellent.
I'm just having the best time. I wrapped presents yesterday. I made my orange garland yesterday. I upgraded my wreaths with some new ribbon. We decorated our tree. Yesterday was just, I really got fully into Christmas mode yesterday.
Love this.
I'm here with my Christmas coffee. Things are very good.
I have no Christmas decorations around me, but we did put them up today in the living room, so they are downstairs.
Nice.
We've got 2 mini fake Christmas trees, and I never really I find them really fussy, and it loses glitter and everything everywhere. So I don't like to have one in my own room. So
that's fair.
So there's one in the living room, there's one in Jamie's room, and that's it.
I just have these 2 nutcrackers in this room.
I love it.
Yeah. And the one behind me also.
Actually, I do have a candle I might light later, which is called Under the Mistletoe.
You should. You only have less than 20 something days, I feel
like that would be fine in January as well, to be honest.
The rules you make, there are no rules.
It's just a scented candle. It just smells wintry,
I'm the kind of person who gets stressed about that stuff. Who's I gotta use it in this season at this time. I will stress myself out about that stuff.
I can't anymore because I feel like this year has been very delayed. Every season has felt like I was late to catch up to the season and to be like, oh yeah, now we're doing this. Okay, yeah, I've lost a month of it. So that's how it felt.
Yeah, but I think that's adulthood in general. Always feeling that.
I feel like it's also just work has been busy, things have been busy, and just the weather's been strange, and climate change and all that makes it even harder to get colder.
Oh yes.
So that doesn't help. But yeah, I also had a Christmassy type of weekend because yesterday we did early Christmas at my in-laws and exchange I can't speak anymore, some gifts. Ooh. And I got my big gift that I received was a Lumi lamp which fakes a sunrise, a fake sunrise with, you can choose a sound, and I chose a little bird song sound to wake up with. And I'm just you're just this item will fix my life because it has to fix my sleep, and that's what my life is. So
oh my gosh, I'm so excited to hear what you think about this because this is on my list also. Did you get to use it this morning?
I did, but I feel like the first time around, first of all, I went to bed too late, so I don't think I got the full, good night of sleep experience.
Yeah.
And I also think I may have made it too short. I kind of need to do the longer sunrise because you can choose some length of time it takes to get to full sunrise and to get to your actual alarm.
Real gradual.
It got brighter too quickly, and then I was squinting.
Yeah, you have to be like the frog in boiling water, where you don't realize that the morning is coming.
Exactly. So we'll see. After, I think I need to test it for a week or so before I'm yeah, this works, or
Cool.
If anything, it's a pretty good evening light to have.
Yeah, it seems really nice. I need to figure out the lighting in our bedroom because It's not
You need
vibey.
like a warm glow, and you need like
Mhm.
I mean, the way we've got it is there's a bigger light on top of a cupboard, and then there's like a smaller one on my bedside table. So if Jamie goes to sleep, I'll turn off the bigger one and I'll just have the smaller one. And then it's more like a
Ooh.
warm, cozy glow rather than just full on brightness.
That's gonna be so great for the seasonal depression.
Yes, exactly. That's my hope. But we shall see. We shall see how it goes.
Fingers crossed.
Shall we say hi to some friends and then we'll talk about what our topic is for the day?
Yes. Yes, yes.
Hello, Keiko. How are you? Hi, Michael. How's it going? Stieg is there. Thank goodness you're here. I've been laying on the couch crawling all so much to do. Oh my god. Hi, Katie. How's it going? Susan is
Hello.
here. Good morning and happy time zones. Yes, it's 3 p.m. for me, so this is my afternoon coffee.
Beautiful.
It's the last time I can have it as because later is too late, I think, for coffee. I'll never complain when I get to see you all. Yay! Do a Kickstarter for StreamYard 2020. No, I'm more of I feel more like I hate what StreamYard is doing, and I almost wish I could boycott them instead. Do you know what I mean? Like, I never actually want people to give me money so I can give them money. That's not what I would want to do. Like, I can afford it if I want to. I just don't want to. Like, I think it's shit what they're doing. So
Yeah.
not quite as petty as 50 Cent making a whole documentary about P. Diddy, but on
Something
a
like
lower
that.
level of pettiness.
We do decry them every single stream.
Yes, exactly. While using them, which is fun.
We're full of contradictions.
I'm struggling with sickness. Oh no, I slept terribly, so I'm here for the good vibes. We shall give you good vibes and chill, relaxed, yapping vibes, I think. Is sort of the mood set. Hi Kagahime, how's it going? Yes, get well soon. Have like a warm, cozy like tea or something. Hopefully that will help. Afternoon, Lightning McQueen apologist.
Good afternoon.
What a name. This is Kit, no? Is it Kit? No.
I'm
I think
90% sure.
this is why I've said to people, like, I can't remember other people's names that they changed there. But I know that it's YouTube that did that at some point. I think it's because of to avoid like bots and stuff. I think it was their reasoning behind. But I will call you Lightning McQueen now. Like it's
your chosen name, and we respect chosen names.
I only have space in my brain for Wendy and Mars having the wrong names on screen. And even that confuses the hell out of me because they both start with an S, right? I think.
Oh, I'm sure that my brain has just misread them on stream before.
So many times because there's something really similar about their names. I can't remember, but yeah. I could use a light thing like that, especially since my room faces the northwest, says Michael. Yeah, you could definitely look into it. It is expensive. And I did give them the idea because my mother-in-law said, here's our budget for all the kids. I'm one of the kids now. So I get the same budget, which is really nice. But I did tell her right before Black Friday. And there was I said there'll be deals on Black Friday, and there were.
Excellent.
So I think she managed to get it cheaper, hopefully. I'm getting sick too, says Keiko. No, but already got a bunch of things done. Bed, laundry, dishes, lunch, bathroom cleaning. Oh my God, you're so productive.
You're on fire.
Great. If you're sick, you shouldn't do anything.
Yeah. Truly.
That's my philosophy. Let's talk about what our topic of this stream is, because we like to have some questions pop up on screen and for everyone in the audience and us to answer them. And then we'll jump into a sprint. So this time around, it's December. I don't think we're going to do another one in December. I think this is our last one of the year. So let's reflect a little bit on 2025 and potentially think forward as well of 2026. I kind of want to go open my door and tell my husband to shut up because I can hear him laughing super loud. He's got huge headphones on every time he plays games with friends.
We can't hear him.
Hear himself. And I'm like, you don't realize how much louder you speak. It's like, please, why do I live with a man? This is so difficult. I will tell him off after this during the first sprint. You'll see me going over.
You won.
So the first question is, what are your top 3 writing achievements of 2025? I would very much like them to be writing specific if possible, or writing adjacent. I think that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So like if it's vlogging or whatever about your writing, that counts. If it's making an Instagram account about your writing, Stieg, I'm looking at you, that counts, that's part of the writing sphere.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
and it can be anything you're just proud of, really anything. But sorry, I can hear him laugh in my ear. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
I can see your brain like short circuiting, like sparks flying out of your head.
I just can't deal with 2 sounds at the same time. It's crazy. Like, it's so bad. Like, yesterday when I was at my in-laws, they had Christmas music super loud on while a conversation was going on between 2 people. And I was trying to have another conversation with Jamie's dad. And I was just like, this is so much. I'm getting so stimulated.
That's what I'm like. I'm going to go sit out in the backyard.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm just going to go pet the dog on the floor. And yeah. But yeah, so if you guys want to answer this question during the first sprint, that'd be great. Speaking of, what do you think you'll be doing during the sprints in general?
Yeah. I am. Well, let me say something controversial yet brave. I feel like I'm kind of pretty much done writing for the year.
Controversial yet brave.
I'm really burnt out.
Oh, yeah. But
I am still feeling really, really like creative. Just the book is not calling to me at all, but I've had so much fun working on like crafty things and working on my planners for 2026. Like I want to make a video about my bullet journal for next year. So I have like a lot of like projects that I have like on my list to get done in December, and the book is just like not calling to me right now.
Take a break. Basically take a break.
Yeah, like to be honest, I've been thinking about next year and, reflecting on how things went this year and also the previous years where I keep running into this like November terribleness. And I was like, what if next year I just said my writing year ends on Halloween and I take November and December off and I just accept.
You might also, if you actually, even if you took November off on purpose, you might also suddenly in December be like, yeah, I'm ready to start again because I actually took like a whole month off and you don't know.
Yeah. And that doesn't mean like never pick up the laptop. It just means I'm not setting goals. And I always feel a lot of like I said, I feel pressure to do seasonal things during the season. And so I do put pressure on myself to do the little crafty projects and things.
It's also extra difficult, I find, to say I don't want to set goals in November because so many people do in November because of Nano, which has been an institution forever. So even if it doesn't really exist as it was anymore, a lot of people still have the mindset of November is for writing and I need to write a ton.
And I fall for it every time. And
because it's motivating. You're like, I want to be in that buzz and that excitement of other people doing it. Yeah.
And the truth is November is just a really hard month for me. I scraped 6K and I'm so proud of those 6,000 words, but they were really, really tough and not a fun time.
You've sort of accidentally answered a little bit my third question, which will be like sort of 2026 vague goals, by saying sort of like maybe your goals will be to not have goals after 31st of October.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of reflecting. And that's the other thing that I want to make time for at the end of the year is I really like to sit down and like journal a lot and think about my year and set up planners. And like, I like to take time with that. And the writing just does not feel like a priority.
I get it. And to be fair, I have not been writing anymore. Since like half of
since
November.
You finished a dang book.
Yes, but I was like still as in like looking at it and reading it, and if anything I really am enjoying December being a more reading month at the moment and focusing on reading, though I'm still splitting my time between 2 types of reading, and one is just for pleasure because I'm reading Not Quite Dead Yet with Minook as a buddy read. And that's really fun. So I feel like this is healing me from my reading slump that's happened in the last
good
months. A buddy read with like a thriller is always, or mystery is always a good idea, because it's so fun to exchange theories. Like that's my favorite part, is to be like, I think this is going on with the sister or the brother or this or that, and it's just so much fun.
Is that the one where she like dies and then she gets the chance to like solve her own murder? She gets put back in her body.
No, it's not supernatural. It's she gets bashed on the head by someone, an attacker she doesn't see, and she gets an aneurysm that is essentially gonna kill her in a week because of all the complications. So she has a week left to live, and she decides to use that last week of life to solve her own murder before she's actually dead. There's no supernatural elements to it. I think I'm really enjoying the mystery itself and how quick-paced it is, and the writing style is very flowy and very easy. I would say the one thing I dislike about the book is that she's supposed to be 27 and she feels like a max 22-year-old. And I don't know if it's on purpose or not. I feel like it's not on purpose, because all the other characters who are supposed to be close to their 30s feel like early 20s max. And the author is a YA author first. So she's the one who wrote Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So I did wonder if it was like, oh, she just can't quite write a character that should feel a bit older. And I get the character is supposed to be a bit immature for some reasons as well. But there's a difference between that and like she's supposed to be 27, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm still enjoying it. So yeah, that's why. So I might read another chapter of this. But I'm also rereading Knights of Death, which is my reverse harem fantasy, urban fantasy with a witch.
I slammed my mic. I got so excited.
I mean, I've put it on the sheet. It's on the Excel sheet, the Google sheet. Sorry,
didn't mean on the sheet. It's real. The tracker breeds reality.
It does. I'm actually counting the chapters I've reread at the moment instead of words I'm writing, and I'm almost finished rereading it. And
tell me everything. What are your thoughts, vibes, reactions, emotions?
Nothing, because at the moment I'm only rereading it so I'm up to date so that I can finish writing it, because otherwise
but like it's been probably a long time since you looked at it. No,
I think there's a few areas where I'm like, this was my first one that I wrote with an outline planned from beginning to end. And it still feels like it was pantsed in a lot of areas compared to my reread of Rules of Survival. So I'm noticing the difference in like progress I've made. And I think the difference is Rules of Survival, I stopped in between each act to revise the outline. And I didn't do that for this one. And so I was still like sort of pantsing my way through half of it.
I see.
And I think I can easily shorten it, because it's over 100K and I've not finished it. So I could shorten that.
That's right. Well, I mean, you're balancing a lot of characters in this book, right?
I do have 5 POVs. It is insane.
My God.
I'm not entirely sure that all the guys feel different enough in their POVs. At the beginning, they do. And so I think I was doing a good job picturing who each person was at the beginning. But then they probably like, you know, I lost a little bit track of that as I went ahead.
Yeah,
so there's a few things to fix. I think just the plot in general is slowed down a little bit in the middle in a way that I'm like, I could fix that. And it just sort of feels like I was writing it. You know, when you were writing Gemstone and you were like, initially the goal was for it to be a serial and you knew you wanted to write, each chapter was like a new little story type of thing.
Yeah.
It feels almost, you know, like that vibe, like that fan fiction style where you're like, I kind of wasn't sure where I was going with that. And I got an idea for a new storyline. Insert new storyline now. And then it starts from this point on. You're like, you're so in. What are you doing?
It's so fun to write, but then like, oh gosh, sorry, my mic keeps falling. It's a pain when you get back to revise it and you're like, this does not a book make.
Yeah, I think I have a few problems along those lines in that book where it feels too much fan fiction style, where I made up my mind halfway through that this was going to be the next storyline, and instead of weaving it together properly from the beginning and giving hints that. Anyway, so I think that's going to be my main issue, but I don't want to fix it. I'm just making notes as I go of things I will fix in the future.
Yeah,
I just want to get to a point where I can outline the end and then write the end. And then I can get to fixing it.
Very good. Very good. You know the end?
I knew the end from, like, I did write a full outline initially, but it's just not...
Right.
It's not a highly detailed outline. And now I can see the struggle that I was dealing with, probably trying to figure out the details I had missed in the outline.
Mhm. I'm so excited.
It's, I mean, I'm rereading it. I'm like, some scenes I was like, that's just porn. Like, literally.
Well, I feel like that was your intent going into Knights of
Yes.
Death.
Yeah. But I do think there's some areas where I'm like, I can streamline some of, the difference in chapter, or like the pacing between a chapter that's more sexy and a chapter that's more plot based and
Sure, yeah.
sort of. So there's a few things I have in mind for it, but not yet. Not yet.
Exciting, exciting.
I just thought I can't leave it unfinished. I really want to be able to say I've written 5 books. That'd be nice.
Gosh, Malin, that's so cool. The big
Wait, there's
five,
more?
the
Five.
big five.
Oh yeah, no, Project Rose as well, which is Office for Monsters. Okay, so there's Demons, Office for Monsters, Space Princess, Knights of Death, and Rules of Survival. So it's just Knights of Death that I haven't finished the first draft of, and then I can say I've written
My
five.
nieces and nephews, I love them all equally.
They're all my babies, Okay, shall we jump into a sprint? And how much time do you think would be good?
It's up to you because you're reading. I am gonna be working on my bullet journal, I think. So I'm like really good with anything.
Nice. Share screen. I think maybe let's do 35.
Yeah, I like it.
Or would
Oh
you
my
rather
god.
14?
35 is good. Sorry, I got distracted by this beautiful timer.
I know. I haven't made a winter one, so I was like, I'm sure Jess has. So I went to this one, and this looks so delicious. I just want to eat cookies.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Love her.
So yeah, I wonder if it's AI or not, because there's a few images like that look really good to a point. You're like, is that AI or is it a really good lens?
Oh, yeah, it has like that perfect blurriness.
Yeah, but also I think it's the marshmallows that kind of look like sugar in this area, but marshmallows like this. So I don't know.
It is making me hungry and want hot cocoa, which I said to Luke all day yesterday, was like,
Mm.
I want cocoa, I want cocoa. So this is on theme for where my brain has been.
It's so nice. 35 minutes should be here. Yes, it is. Okay. Are we ready?
I think so.
Nice. Let's get started.
I love that the Christmas timer still says, "Go, Ghoul, go."
I was thinking about this. I was like, wait a minute. This is too this is too Halloweenish.
I'm a year-round ghoul, in fact.
Year-round ghoul, indeed. I was surprised by it though. I will say this. I was
Yeah.
like, "What?"
Did you get some good reading done?
Yes, mostly my stuff. I did not go back into the book right now because I'm quite close to finishing a rereading. I'm reading on my phone, which is why it looks like I'm just on my phone the whole time, but it's because I like it's almost like Kindle format. It's just a little bit,
Yeah.
but it works fine. Um, and I've got maybe like 3 chapters left to reread, so I'm very
Oh,
close to the end of what I had written, and then I can start thinking about outlining the ending and figuring it out.
awesome. So you
The
might finish
problem is
your reread today?
I'm just not sure. I mean, I think I'll finish rereading it today. I'm just not sure what I should do after. If I should just plunge straight into, okay, so what should the ending be based on that? Or if I should first try to outline my fixes and then the ending and then write the ending. Do you know what I mean? Because it's been so long since I started it.
Do you feel like there are really big changes that would change the end?
I don't think the ending exactly would change, but I think some of like the information that she should have to figure out who the bad guy is and all that
Mm,
should arrive at different times. And so, I don't know, there's like some things I'm like, I've
yeah.
clearly decided this in this chapter rather than in the beginning.
Yeah, this is where, like, I would probably write a big, like, note to self and be like, "From this point forward, she
Yeah.
thinks this,
Yeah.
and retroactively, this is what has happened," and then
The
write
thing is, there's
from
some
forward.
stuff I'm like, I'm not sure yet how I would fix. I just know it needs to be fixed, you know? So that's the problem. That's why I'm like, do I need to have a think about the whole outline as a whole or just the ending and then figure out how to fix it later, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it is true, a lot of writers write to the 75%, and then you get a sense of already kind of what needs to be redone, and a
Yeah.
lot of people don't write the end until they've done a developmental edit, so
Okay, that's good to know. I didn't
if
know if that's
you
how other
know,
people do it.
don't force yourself to write the end if you feel like it won't be a useful endeavor.
Yeah. Yeah. I might need to have a little think about it. I don't know. How did you do during the sprint? Did you manage
Oh,
to do some bullet
good.
journaling?
I did most of my, January calendar page, which I will
Nice.
install. I always go for this, like, black and golden
Wait,
tan in
can I
January.
can I put you in first or will it put me? I'm just how do I do this? Yeah, I
Mm,
knew this would happen. How do I shift to the other person? Shift +1, is that it? No. I don't know how to do that. At least this is more zoomed in. Does that work? That's more zoomed in.
there we go. Yeah, sorry it's backwards, but here she is. I just did
That
some
looks
quotes on the
good.
side. Yeah. So I just got into all my stickers and
It's not
whatnot.
backwards. I can read Jen. I think
Oh,
I'm I
it's
think we're
backwards for
mirrored.
me.
You know,
That's funny.
I
Well,
think
anyway, so the next sprint, I'll go in and, like, actually put in some appointments and stuff and then,
nice.
do some other pages. But, yeah, I really, like, had the goal this year of I wanna lean into my bullet journal,
Yeah.
and, I'm taking a couple things digital and putting them in here instead, and I'm yeah, I got something stuck in my throat.
Yeah, go and cough. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I feel like it's way worse when you try to stop it and then you're like, "Oh no, now I've made it worse." Are you okay? Are you alive?
I'm so sorry, I think I'm dying.
You're fine. Happens to the best of us.
So, yeah, that was me.
Nice. I mean, that looks really lovely, and I can't wait to see videos about your bullet journaling if that's your plan, because
Yeah.
I find those very relaxing to watch, actually. So,
Yes, yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna do, like, a lot of the setup on camera because I just it, like, would put a lot of pressure on me, but
yeah,
I'm gonna do a flip through, and I think that'll be fun.
flip throughs are fun. Yes, I love that. I'm sorry. I think I'm dying as a mood.
Still kind of like it's still kind of there.
Aren't we all slowly, inevitably?
Oh my goodness.
Let's see what our friends did, and then we'll cover our first question, I think. And I
Yeah.
think a couple of people who came in that I can say hi to. I'm gonna try and
Mhm.
scroll back, and then I'll scroll back again to find the answers, I think is how I'm gonna do this. Where was I actually though? Oh wait, I think this was the last comment I hadn't read. Kagehime said that she was at 7.5K for the month, which is amazing. That's more than I wrote last month. And that 2026 is going to be her year of writing, which is very
Excellent.
exciting. Um, Steve did ask how far you were in your draft when we were talking about.
Yeah. I have just hit 40K basically. And I'm like ramping into my midpoint sequence. So yeah.
Nice. So that's kind of a good spot to take a break at, actually.
It does feel that way.
Yeah. No, I feel like
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you did it on purpose or not, but it feels like a nice spot to
I
take a little
kind of
break.
just like ran out of gas. But yeah, it's a nice stopping point.
Michael says I'm totally done writing and editing and everything for the rest of the month, which is
Mhm.
fair, absolutely fair. And Steve did say writing end of year on Halloween sounds like a terrific idea. I too really struggled with writing these last few months. So there you go.
Yeah.
You guys are quite in sync as well in both what you're doing, when you're doing it at the moment with your drafts. So it's interesting that you sort of ran out of gas around the same time, potentially.
Yeah. I don't know how you feel, Steve, but if you want to finish our drafts together in in spring, let's do it.
That'd be fun. I think that's quite motivating sometimes.
It worked
Um,
last year.
and yeah, there was a comment regarding I know that's going to kill her in a week. What in the Grey's Anatomy?
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, this sounds like House.
It's basically have no idea how researched this has been, how like convincing of a reasonable medical thing is happening in this book, or how much she's invented it. Like I have no fucking clue. But she does have problems already with her kidneys or something, which are causing some issues with like the brain being bashed in as well. Um,
Wow.
and it runs in the families, and there's other things anyway. But
Hmm.
I think it sounds researched. When I was reading it, I was like, okay, it sounds like a little bit elaborate, but researched, if that makes sense.
Yeah, where there's like just enough
I can
facts
buy
that you
it.
can mix into fiction.
I can suspend my disbelief and I can buy it. And also, I think the part that is harder to believe is more the exactness, because I think
Yeah.
the doctor's like, oh, you could have like a few days left or whatever, or you could get the surgery and have like 10% chance of survival, essentially. And so she chooses not to get the surgery and to die. but
Mm.
but but then in her head she's like, okay, she said about a week, so I have exactly 7 days. I have 7 days left, and it becomes this thing. And I think that is probably the exactitude of the 7 days. Doesn't make sense. It's probably like,
Yeah.
give or take, you could have two.
Like down to the minute.
Yeah. Let's see if it'll still be here in February. That might be regarding another goal, sorry, that I'm skipping because I think that's an answer, I guess. Oh, well, actually, no. Goal is to write a novella, 10, 15K a month. That's fantastic. But keep that one for question 3 because we'll get there. Good luck, everyone. That was right before the sprint. Then Marta joined us. Hi, Marta. How are you? I'm so sorry, Marta. I realize that very often this is around the time you normally stream as well. And I hope we did not steal your time frame. Just making sure. But I'm glad that you're there. Emma said hi. Hello, hello. Marta did ask if this was a new background. Your setup looks different. I've seen this one before.
Yeah, I've been streaming in this office more frequently because we got a new like extra wide monitor and I can use my mic in here. So it's just way easier than using my iPad in my other office, and probably sounds a little better too.
Nice. I mean, it does sound good. Your audio is pretty good.
Excellent.
Kagame got 367 words. Amazing. Michael says, I did a game review of the game of chess I lost last night. Turns out my opponent played incredibly well, which makes me feel better. I mean,
Cool.
that sounds really smart and fun in a way that I could never comprehend because I've never played chess.
Mm-mm.
So I'm impressed regardless of whether you won or lost. Susan was locked in. 1,216 words of draft two. A round of applause for Susan.
Yeah.
Amazing. Fantastic. We got Andy in the room. Hello, hello. And Kitty got worried that she gave you her cough.
Yeah, I'm getting over a little. We got sick after Thanksgiving because we always get sick after Thanksgiving. So I still have some lingering grossness.
Family gatherings tend to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little laugh from Keiko. I don't remember what we said. I'm glad we were funny, but I don't know what this was about because I'm too slow to read the comments. I'm so sorry, guys. Yes, I agree. 40K is a good place to run out of gas. Yes. Steve says, I hope to finish Act 1 by end of year, so maybe I could finish it next spring. I do have an editor lined up for June, so it has to be done by then. That is a, deadline.
It is amazing, like, what an external deadline can pull out of me.
Yeah. I mean, we can make, we've done this before, make plans to exchange manuscripts. So if there's a point at which I should be done with something I can give to you, and that gives you a deadline for you to be done so I can have draft 2, then we can make this.
Stieg, we can do another menage a trois.
Yes, menage a trois, the best. Michael says it reminds me of an old Rodney Dangerfield joke. I have no idea who Rodney Dangerfield is, but what a fantastic name that is. I went to the doctor and he gave me 1 month to live. When he realized I couldn't pay him by then, he gave me another month, of course. No, don't be silly. We did not steal the timing. This was supposed to be a video week, but I've been under the weather, so the video is delayed. Oh, okay. I wasn't super up for streaming. That's all good. Some weeks are like that.
Yeah.
Glad I get to watch you guys instead. Oh, it was in regard to Marta's comment. Okay.
We were not funny. Got it.
We're not the funny ones. Marta is the funny one. Damn it. Let's get into your question. So, would you have a top 3 that you would like to share? Again, it can be anything that is related to writing. It doesn't have to be, I did a draft, but that can also be one.
Yeah, I think I've got my 3. I think the first one, I'm going to lump some things under the one umbrella of all the progress I made on Harris' book. That means finishing draft 1 and getting like a really solid chunk into draft 2. I was a lot of writing, a lot of words. And yeah, I'm really, really proud that we made so much progress on Harris' book and set me up well.
You finished a draft and then you got into the second draft. I feel like that's incredible. So
yeah, I felt like it would have been really easy to lose momentum in the like revision planning stage, and that's actually my second one. Is I'm really, really proud of the revision prep project that I did in the summertime. I'm really glad that I stopped and like took like a couple of good months to think about my developmental plan, and I did an outline, and then we workshopped and I redid my outline again, and I did a lot of character work, and I made sure that I like was really, really happy and confident with what I had planned before I started draft 2, even though I was like conscious of the time going by and the months going by. I'm really, really glad I stopped and did that. It was extremely helpful, and I'm going to do it again probably before my next one.
I love that.
Yeah, I learned a lot this year doing that. So yeah, that's my number 2. And then number 3, I did a lot of morning streams this year.
Yeah, you did.
That was awesome. That accountability was so crucial to me still writing.
I mean, you were pretty consistent with those. When did you start doing the morning stream? Was it early in the year, or did you start mid-year? I don't remember.
It's probably summertime.
Okay, yeah.
When I was doing the revision project.
I feel like that rings a bell.
I definitely would not have gotten as much done without that, because every time I felt myself slumping, I would schedule a stream.
And I can't believe that. I don't think you missed one. You haven't been like, no, I'm too sleepy, I'm gonna cancel it or not show up.
No, right, yeah. If I scheduled it, I showed up, but that's because I scheduled them like less than 10 hours before.
There's no problem with that. It's still, I would still be like, I'm too tired to get up this early, and I would not do it. So
I thought about it.
kudos.
I thought about it. What about you?
My top three, I did write down because I was like, I'm gonna forget as soon as I have to say anything. I did, this was earlier in the year, so I almost forgot I did do that, but I'm going to count this one as probably a big one for me, is I finished Demon's last draft.
Yes, I'm
And
so
I
proud of
think,
you for this.
like, honestly, I felt like that was probably one of my most I've learned so much moments, because it was not just I can finish the first draft, which I know I can. I've done 4 of them. I'm almost doing a 5th. I know
Yeah.
I can finish the first one, but can I finish a book? Can I revise it up until the very end where I'm like, no, this is it. That's the last version, and this is done. That was more difficult to get through. And I mean, Demons is the book that taught me everything and that I've learned from everything. So I'm so glad that I managed to get it to a stage where I was like, I'm now way happier with
Yeah.
what it was like. So that was my big one.
That took so much discipline and like the willingness to go back into the text in the same spots again and again and again, and like be frustrated, I'm sure, but still show up to those chapters and do it. And I'm super
like,
for you for that.
the last big revision itself was okay, because I think I'd left enough time in between. I had written other things in between, and it gave me enough time to reflect and like learn things and just be able to revise it one more time. But I think what was harder was like going back one last time for like filler words and filter words and and those, when it was like, I've just redone this, I don't care anymore.
I can't even like see the scene anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that was probably harder. It was like when you're like, no, I'm done with this last big revision, but now I have to do the small details of that last revision, which is reread my own words. And like, I got really tired of it, I think, at that point.
I would do.
But I'm glad that I could prove to myself, yes, you can finish a book until the very end. Like when it's actually not just I've written the end for one time. No, you've written the end 5 times on this one. You're good.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah. But so that was probably my number 1. My number 2 would be, I'm gonna do what you did with Hera and sort of amalgamate together several things around rules of survival, because yes, I did finish the draft, but I think I'm particularly proud of finishing the draft while sort of strengthening my outlining process, figuring out how I like to work better and what worked for me better, and vlogging through the whole journey up until the end, and managing to be consistent with like, yes, I've done a vlog every act. Like,
so
it's up there.
cool. That's so cool.
So I feel like it's finishing that draft plus all the things that go around it and just go hand in hand with it. I was pretty proud of that one.
Yeah, the vlogs are a lot of work too. So
yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, because I don't have times when I'd be like, I have the motivation to write. I don't know that I have the motivation to vlog anything about this. But
oh yeah.
So it'd almost be like, I'm not vlogging now, but I'll do a summary vlog after, like I'll say what I've been doing this week on Saturday or whatever. Maybe I would do that and just leave it for a little bit. But
it's still going to be such a great thing to look back on.
Yeah. That'd be nice. And also, I think the reason why I'm glad I did it also is because it's the project that has garnered for me the most like motivation from others, I almost feel, because I've had so many people express interest in reading it at some point, be a better reader at some point because of the vlogs, that I'm just like, okay, this is great, because I didn't realize people liked this writing so much and this is so fun. And that was really, really nice.
Very fun.
And I think my third one is sort of smaller in ways, but it's just creating my newsletter. I'm happy that I've done that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not huge. I don't have to put a huge amount of effort into it every month because I keep it quite small. But I'm glad I've done it and that I've kept consistent and that I've managed to do it every month so far. It's still work in progress. I don't have that many subscribers on it, but I'm just glad that it's out there. So that was another one.
Yeah, big tick.
Yes,
Check.
Exactly. So yeah, these were my 3 top tier achievements. I
Well
think
done.
we've had a few answers in the chat that I have skipped over when I was reading where everyone was at. So just need to scroll back. I think the first one was Susan. Yes, I think so. I hope I didn't miss anyone before. Susan said, I finished a novel, sold 3 short stories, pulled 2 novels from Amazon to make them available elsewhere.
Wow.
Which, wow, all fantastic, all amazing.
This is a lot.
Yeah. Sold 3 short stories is very cool as well. So
especially because to sell a short story, like, think about all the submissions that didn't end up panning out. Like, you have to really put yourself out there to get those yeses. So
yeah,
that's even more work than it looks like on the surface.
pretty incredible. Keiko says, I got the 100k in my Dragon Age fanfic this year. Amazing. I got a better idea for outlines and character arcs now. Thank the universe for fanfics. And the last one, I don't know right now. My brain is porridge. That's okay. And it doesn't have to be tangible achievements like I finished a draft or, I reached a certain amount of word count. For me, if anything, the demons one wasn't so much about finishing that last draft. It's more about what it taught me and feeling like I've learned something new from it. So it can be just like, I feel like I've progressed in this way or this way.
Level up.
Oh, this was not a comment on that. Yeah, exactly. Level up, level up. Katie says, well, I think mine should be obvious, but publishing my debut was the greatest achievement of my life, not just this year, but also having a launch event in a bookstore and finishing my second book. I mean, absolutely incredible. Sorry, that was the second half. On Deadline was also incredible. So yeah, 2025 was amazing. I mean, yes, you've done incredibly well.
Big milestone year.
Huge. I mean, the debut is just, it kicks everyone else. It's just, damn, you got your debut out. Like, round of applause. Round of applause.
We love to see.
Love. And I just love that you said, this is the greatest achievement of my life. It's just such a nice feeling to think, wow, I've done the thing I've really aspired to do.
I know.
It's just so fantastic.
Aww.
I've got an answer from Marta after developing a consistent writing habit. That's really good. That's really difficult to do. Writing most of draft 2 of book 2 and hoping to finish it in the next few weeks and restarting my AuthorTube channel. That's true.
Yeah. I forgot that was this year.
Yeah, and you've been pretty consistently uploading on it too. So that's another part of that achievement. So
I've really been enjoying the channel this year.
Yeah, and I think the most difficult one is developing a consistent writing habit and staying consistent. So that's a good pat on the back one for sure.
Yes.
Steve says, finished a draft. Amazing. Consistently streamed for pretty much every week this year. That's true. Because Malin said so, created and launched a writing Instagram. Yes, an achievement. I love it. Love to see it.
And are you going to be streaming in December, Stieg? Let me know, because I have the last week of December off and I would love to hop on a Tuesday stream if I could just invite myself.
I'm sure he would love for you to invite yourself. I'm speaking for Stieg as well.
Usually take time off around New Year's, so I understand if not. But
I think in the last stream he said probably just not on the 23rd, but that he would stream the other date. And I've invited myself to just the first 2 weeks because I'll be in Belgium 23rd, and then I'll be back here, but I'll probably have plans on I think it's 30th I think it's the 30th. The last day. Yeah, something like that. Just scrolling down to find any next answer. I think that was it with the little A in front. So if someone's answered without the little A in front, I may have missed it. I apologize.
I think you got it.
And then the last one I read was Keiko saying that Marta's funny, but we're not. I'm joking. And Marla said, I mean, I'm considering to do a bit of read around
Oh.
in spring. If there's a manuscript exchange deadline, I can jump in for accountability reasons. Ooh.
This is so fun. I love that we're all kind of coalescing around something
Big
here.
old swapperoo. Michael says, now on my epitaph on my gravestone to just read, I'm sorry. How very Canadian of you, Michael.
I'm sorry.
I can't do the accent. I'm sorry. Kage says I wrote 65K this year, 40K of them in January. That's actually
Wow.
crazy. January. So busy for you. Wow.
NaNoWriMo really worked for you.
Yeah. Was it a GMT effort? And were you doing it on purpose, or did you just accidentally were like, holy shit, I can write 40K this month? Sometimes that happens. Like my Act 3 being written in 2 weeks in November was an accident. I was planning to take the whole month of November at least.
Yeah.
You just don't know what's going to happen.
Sometimes
And
the
then
story just gets you.
it gets to you. Imagine you went to a cemetery to pay your respect and one of the headstones just read, get lost. I'm like, okay, no flowers for you. I can't even imagine being able to call the book finished like that. That is an insane accomplishment, Malin. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you so much. It would be fun to tally the finished drafts in total words for all of the Troublemaker troop. We've done a lot this year.
Oh, maybe we could do like an emoji react, like add a pencil if you finished a draft this year, or like add like a 4 or a 5 or a 6 or a 7 if you got like 50K added, 70K added this year.
Oh my
Like
god,
that'd be
yes.
fun.
That'd be fantastic. I would love to then see charts and graphs of the but that's my Virgo moon speaking.
Yeah. Yep.
Technically, I restarted the channel in the last week of December last year, but we are counting it as this year because that's when most of the work happened. That's true. That's when
As
you've done all of the hard work. I'm streaming every Tuesday, but the 23rd. I was right. I was correct.
Hmm.
I had Steve's voice in my head. See?
Maybe I'll slide in your DMs.
I do really well every January, and then I fall off. I've been in this circle for years. Oh. Well, maybe if you know that's your strongest month, that's when you can plan to do certain things, and then you can plan to do other things in the other month. Sort of how Anna is now saying, maybe my weak month are November, December, that's when I should plan not to write anymore. And if
Mhm.
you just know that you're in a cycle where you do this every time, you can plan ahead.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to accept that there are seasons for things, and that's so valid.
Yeah. I've noticed for me, my low season is summer every time, every year. I just dip in summer. I don't do any. I do a lot of reading, a fuck ton of reading in summer and no writing every summer.
Yeah.
So, and I think the first time I noticed it, I was well, I thought it was for another reason. I was like, oh, it's because I've moved house. So I'm doing a lot of DIY and house stuff.
Right.
And that makes sense that I don't have time for writing. I'm in a different mindset. And then this happened again, but with other things. And then this year I was like, oh, I finished, I can't even remember why. I was just like, I finished an act or something, and then I got into a slump, and then I felt like work was really busy. Oh yeah, redundancies happened at my company, so that was stressful. So I
Yeah.
was like, that's the reason. But actually, I've noticed it happens every summer for different reasons. So it might just be my low month,
Yeah. Yeah. That's okay. I think I hate the productivity mindset of like,
Yeah.
I should make my ideal routine and then do it that way every single day forever until I die. And
No,
like,
no.
no, I think it's really okay to be like, for 2 months, I am writing hardcore.
Yes.
And I'm just for this little period of time committing to this. And
I
like, that's so fine.
agree. There's a suggestion to do a spreadsheet in Discord, and Katie says I could probably make us a spreadsheet. I tallied up all I wrote, and I did. And if I finish this draft this month, I'll have written 440K this year.
That's crazy. That's almost a half mil
Katie,
wordy.
Katie, just write another 60. Just another quick 60.
You can do it in 3 weeks, right?
500K.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I will say also for anyone who like wants a little thing, I do a little writing year wrapped. So this is my
Ooh.
2025 writing year
Wait,
wrapped.
let me do this layout. We can see better.
I just
Yes.
write like 2 sentences about what I worked on and how I progressed that month.
Love it.
And yeah, it's not a lot. I didn't like make huge leaps this year, but it was like
You did stuff every month, though.
It was like, yeah, I added 12K, I added 11K, I did the revision prep project.
It's incredible.
Little
And
stuff.
also, like, all the reactions to Katie is so funny.
That's
Holy shite,
insane.
Katie, 440K, 440K. How? I'm mentally ill. Oh my god. And
Crazy.
similarly, Katie's low month are also summer. Thinking of implementing a summer hibernation where I take June through August off to refresh before fall.
Mhm.
Yes, and I think the best way for me to accept that these are my low months is to be productive in other ways. And it doesn't have to be a high productivity level, but just for instance, thinking, yeah, my goal is going to actually be to read most of the books I read this year during these months. That's fine
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
you're still taking from the books you read anyway as a writer. So that's still, like my brain will accept that as that's part of
Yeah.
the productivity.
Yeah. We're
Or
shifting our focus.
like I'll focus on social media, or I really want to make some videos about these topics then and not write, it's just, if I can do that, then I feel better.
Yeah.
um and that's a cool idea. I think it's in regards of your wrapping month per month thing. What did you
Yeah.
call it? What's the name of the spread?
Writing year wrapped.
Writing year wrapped. Love it, love it. Love a bingo board as well.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
that's my reading bingo board. I did pretty good this year, I will say. I think I got bingo twice.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I got it here and here. So, I'm
Very
here.
nice.
Can I submit a question to the council?
You
Speaking
may.
of, I'm trying to decide for my bingo board next year. Um, should I challenge myself to actually write in specific books and like get these freaking books off my TBR kind of thing? Because these
Mm.
are just prompts, like an ebook from the library, a book from my oak bookshelf, short book, audiobook. They're more general, so I can kind of like
I think if
still be a
you
book reader.
if you do the specific book thing, you might give up and be like, I don't want to read this one. No. And then just not do
Yeah.
it. But you could be more specific in your prompts and make it harder for you to deviate from your TBR.
Yeah. I think what I might do is pick certain books, but make the bingo board smaller. So it's not
Yeah.
all the books I read in the year, but
You
it's,
can you can
yeah.
either like do the prompts and then add a secondary goal of being like at least half of the prompts. So 1 out of 2 has to be a book I own as
Yes.
an extra rule,
Yes.
or just do a separate rule and a separate challenge of being like, I have to half my TBR by this much, or like
Mhm.
get it down to this much and read this many books.
Yeah. I think that's a nice compromise. I like that.
Some Wait, let me just get back to the comments because I think there's some
Sorry, I'm
answers,
screwing
but
you
some.
up.
No, don't worry. I'm just trying to catch up. I'm thinking I'm gonna use that for next year. Nice. And here
Nice.
was feeling proud of my 85K. 85K is amazing,
That's
Marta. Like,
awesome,
you should
Marta.
feel proud. Just a reminder, and this is no diss to Katie, and she knows this, but a reminder, Katie does this full time. Marta, you have a full-time job that is even worse than my full-time job because you have to go to an office. I don't.
Mhm.
So I got time on commute that as in like I'm getting time out of.
Mhm. Yeah.
So again, just remind yourself of how good of an achievement it is for you. That's all that matters.
Yeah. I think I probably got around a similar amount, if I remember correctly. So
I actually haven't calculated mine. I do a spreadsheet, like the spreadsheets we do every month where we're putting on Google Sheets the words we do.
yeah.
I do one every month for me, so I can then go back and look at how many words I've written. And also that way, let me just very quickly share. That way I can also see like what I was working on when, and just it's a nice reminder. I like
It's
going back to
cool.
it. So that's like my writing tracker. So I've got
Ooh, the
this was
vibe.
January. January was demons, and I got
Stunning.
like total words 13K, 14K, very much. February was chapters, I think. Is that what it was? I can't
When you
remember
were doing
why.
the line edits?
Yeah, I think so. Um Am I missing March? I'm missing March. I think I did nothing in March. It's just not there. Nice. April, I think, is when I started thinking of rules of survival.
18K, that's pretty freaking good.
I think so. I think that's when I must have started writing it in April, and
That's
then May.
awesome.
Excuse you. Thank you for pushing my door open. Because I didn't have the cover yet, but then I think in June I did. So that's when I
Wow,
got
17K in June. You really crushed it.
And then you can see my low month, July, 2,000 words. Half of this is not filled. It just stopped. Just gave up. And then August is a little bit similar. I did get 8K, but they were like really big days and then nothing on other days. So it was like very on and off August. And then September is when I locked back in. So 12K. And then October. Oh, yeah. I started doing the vibes check because you guys were doing that. I love this. So
stole it from Stieg 100%.
Yeah. And I stole it from you guys. So that was 4K in October. And then November is when I finished it. 18K.
Oh my gosh. You had some really high months in there.
And then currently on December, I've got the Knights of Death board because I'm back on that.
Let me see.
Oh, I'm not sharing the right spread. Sorry. Remove. And then can I just switch over? Share this tab instead? Yes. Does that work? Add to stage.
Beautiful. Love the green.
That's just in the shared tracker. So I at the end of the month will copy it.
Yeah.
Essentially is what I do.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Very cool. That's a great idea. I should go collect all my tabs.
I like to have the data, basically, and to be like, here's how many words I've written.
I always start out strong, and then the end of the month, I'm like,
I mean, I like that other people also spreadsheet people, because Lynn is saying I have a spreadsheet with a column for each project for daily words, which I could not be focusing on several projects at the same time. That would be too much for my brain. So,
yeah.
Yeah. And also, Stieg does say to you, you finished Hera's book, aka Huge Leap.
Thank you.
Marta, a wild Mr. Anna's husband in the background.
Oh.
I think he was walking around. Katie does say to Marta, you should still feel proud. All work is good work, and writing is my full-time job. There you go. Combination of both. This is regarding the board, the bingo board. Some specific song prompts. Yeah, you could do some squares.
That's true.
Yeah. Same idea as Katie said. You could do two, one for specific books and two separate bingo boards either.
Like two minis. I like it.
Yeah, that could be nice. Marta says you could do one prompt that's book of this list that I've been avoiding. True. Yes, but the fact that I need to sleep makes me weak. Marta, what does it make me?
I love to sleep.
I just love how we all have the same problem of being so much harder on ourselves than we are with others. Same. I should stay up all night writing and do a Milwordy on the side of my job. No, you should not. No. You should not. I'm glad you're joking. I think the fact that I can't even do a Milwordy is proof that it's almost impossible. I mean, you are particularly insane. That's true. So if you can't do it, and although you're only counting your words in your actual manuscripts, people who do Milwordy count every word they write, like texting, emailing, every single word they write. I think that's the rule.
I just think this is so stupid.
Yes.
For what? And for why?
And for what? And what do you get out of it? Well, 1 million words. That's what you get out of it, Anna.
Well, why do we need to know this? Like, what's the point of tracking a stat if it doesn't have a purpose?
I think it's personal achievement stuff, right? Like, it's got to be a point where you're just like, I just want to know I've done this. And sort of like, for me, winning Nano the 1 year was like literally just, I'm glad I've done it. I never need to do it again because I've done it. And on top of that, I was so happy that I got 66,666 words, because I was just like, this is where I'm going to stop. There's no other reason than for the shits and giggles.
Shits and giggles is a great reason to do something.
There you go.
But to do Milwordy for shits and giggles, you're unhealthy. You're not well.
Some people have their own interests, and that's absolutely fine.
My thing is, like, if you do Milwordy, like, I don't think you're in a good place.
But yes, however, I think some people might just be calculating it after the fact. If they are like, I don't know. I think it's more like, to me, I'm more impressed by people who are like, I've written so much for certain reasons. Like, I don't know. It's my job. And on top of that, I've been writing so many emails this year, whatever. I bet I've done a Milwordy, calculate it, and then be like, I have done a Milwordy. Wow. I think I'm more impressed by that than by people who are actively trying to do a Milwordy, because then I'm just like, this is your goal, which is weird to have, but okay, go off. you know?
Like, if you do Milwordy just for books or creative writing, like, I'm begging you to go outside, go on a walk, have other hobbies, because I bet you don't have them.
Touch some grass.
Have you seen your friends lately?
I don't think these people have friends, not to be that mean, but just in the sense of, like, if you're spending that much time trying to write
have a social life. Yeah.
How do you have time for a social life? Exactly. Like,
have you played a video game lately?
Yeah. Well, they're probably counting the words in the chats on the video game.
I hope so. That'd be great.
Vibe checks are favorites. Yes, absolutely. I really want a sexy spreadsheet for next year. I love that goal. I love that. That would be too much math. Too much math. If I'm counting every single word, I probably have done my wording this year. See,
I do write a lot of emails, I guess.
Yeah. And discipline, yes. And for what is so real? Like, why would I care if I'm writing a million words of emails? Who cares?
Yeah, I get this, like, mindset from I've read The Bullet Journal Method by Ryder Carroll, and he kind of talks about this, like, really consider why you're tracking something. Oh, hi, Edgar.
Again, you're a cat.
Yeah. Like, do not track something if it doesn't then create an actionable, like, result or change.
Yeah. I think it's just something I can't understand. But I'm like, maybe there's something to understand there. It's just not for me to understand, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know? I'm trying to have an open mind, because I'm like, you're not hurting anyone. Yourself, perhaps. Your mental health.
I think you might be.
But that's it. And, you know, if you're counting the words in your journal that your therapist told you to keep, then that's good. I guess.
And for what?
And for what? If we count all the words I write for curriculum, I probably did hit 1 million. Yeah, 666. Oh, I mean, I was writing Knights of Death. That was my nano project when I won nano. And it has a whole thing about the underworld. So it was like,
it's perfect.
Get a number to end on.
It's so perfect.
I probably sent 1 million words of voice notes. Yeah. Yeah. One of my goals this year was to complete a video game, and I did that. So goals can be fun and not just productive. Agreed.
Love this.
Honestly, having Milwordy as a goal feels so unhealthy. Like, I've done 1/2 Milwordy, and it was mostly by accident, and it burned me the heck out. My second one is still not closed, and it is a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Edgar. And he's gone. Yeah.
Just a spotting.
I mean, we've been here for 1 hour and 40 minutes, and we've only sprinted once. So should we get into another one?
Yeah, I think I need to go make a hot drink to, like, get some chest congestion out of me.
This will be a shorter one to answer anyway, because it sort of takes from the first question I had. So for everyone to think about during the second sprint, as a writer, how would you say, why did it leave? Okay, weird. As a writer, how would you say 2025 has shaped you? I swear I didn't click on anything, so that was weird.
StreamYard.
Because I wasn't on the banners anymore. It did it again. I'm not clicking on anything.
There's a ghost.
Stop it, ghost.
Our stream is haunted.
I need my fucking banner up.
Who's haunting us?
This is very rude. Oh, I think it's on a stupid timer. They've added this thing. How do I change that? Time it off, save. That's why. That's a new feature they've got, and I didn't realize. That's my bad. That's my bad. No ghost. So the question is, as a writer, how would you say 2025 has shaped you? And I think this is more about your learnings. And so it's not a top three, it's not a tangible thing. It's more like, is there something you feel like you've really learned as a writer in 2025? And if yes, what is it? That's the question for next one. Let me read the last comments and then we're going to jump into another sprint. None of us are here to work. Let's be honest.
Okay,
yes.
good.
That's why they love us. Yes. I need dinner. Sorry, King. This feels like an attack. Like you're saying, it's awful. No, go up. Go have dinner. We're going to jump into a sprint. Oh my god, Wiki Spooky, StreamYard, are you all talking shit? Yeah, it's punishment. It's punishment. No, it was just my lack of being able to do things. I'm just gonna stick to the same timer because I can't be arsed to go find another one. I really like that one.
She's cute and beautiful.
Exactly. Christmas cookie timer. And we'll do another 35. Is that okay? Or do you want more?
35 is good.
35 is good. Nice. Okay, let's go.
Right.
How dramatic.
My goodness.
Right?
Dun, dun, dun.
Let me close this because I think this was probably our last sprint anyway. Because we've been here 2 hours and 18 minutes.
We're feeling reflective, that's all.
That's true. That's true. How did you do during this sprint?
Good. I made my tea so that I won't cough so much, hopefully. I worked on my journal a little bit more, started setting up the next page, and you guys, I need a little rest in peace because I finished a roll of washi tape.
No.
And on
Excellent
one hand,
chat.
I'm proud because I've never finished one before, but on the other hand, it's obviously my favorite washi tape.
Sad. F's in the chat, everyone. F's in the
F's
chat.
in the chat for my favorite brown washi tape.
Oh.
So yeah, how was your sprint?
Good. I got up to what's currently my chapter 34, I think.
Okay.
And I still have 2, I think, left, and then I'm done. But I didn't realize I had 2 left because basically I got to the end of the document that I was working on. But this is a exported document from First Draft Pro, and I had not re-exported it after writing a little bit more at some point.
Okay.
And I think it's because that was like when I properly stopped, and then I wrote a little bit extra, and then I stopped again or something. So
yeah,
I have a couple more chapters to get through, and then I'll be able to reflect on whether I want to change this outline fully or just do the ending or whatever.
Yeah.
It's also making me think I need to change whatever outline I had planned initially because this is already 100K, and I think in my head I thought another event would be more dramatic than the one I was writing at the end. But I think that's the dramatic event that is, going to lead to the Dark Night of the Soul and everything. So I'm like, this is further into the outline than I thought it was, and closer to the end than I thought it was.
Okay, that's a good thing.
Yeah. But I need to figure it out in the outline. So I think basically I'm going to have to take a look at the outline instead of writing the end immediately.
Yeah.
Also, I did put my little candle on.
Oh, good. She's so cute. Does she smell? What are the smells? Oh my God. Be careful.
I'm more scared I'm going to blow it because I'm laughing so much.
I'm so frightened I'm going to watch you catch your hair on fire.
No, it's good. I'm not that flammable.
I can't do anything. I don't even know if I can call UK 999 from here if I watch you.
My husband is next door. Like, he's downstairs. I can hear him wrapping some presents. So it smells sweet. I don't know. I feel like it's sort of a mishmash of December and, Christmas tree and sweet stuff.
All the good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. We did have a little question that we asked the chat. Do we want to, because we're going to wrap this up a little bit, I think, after that. So do we want to first answer this ourselves, and then I'll go through the comment, including the answers to that question?
Yeah, let's do it. I think for me, I thought of 2 things. First, the craft book I read for my revision prep project really changed how I think about book writing.
Yeah.
Creating Character Arcs by K.M. Weiland. I loved that book.
Yeah.
And it made me realize, oh no, I have never prepared enough in the right way for writing books in a way that would be helpful to me. Like, I wish I had this knowledge before I wrote Hera's book, before I wrote Gemstone.
Hindsight is a beautiful thing, but as writers, we're going to have that a lot, I think. It's going to continuously happen as we evolve. So
I think I have finally accepted that pantsing is not for me.
Right? Is this, what is that saying from that movie where it's like you either die a hero or live long enough to become a villain? And I feel like you either die a pantser or live long enough to become an outliner.
It's so true. I think every writer that continues writing and wants to develop mentally edit themselves comes to this conclusion is that, yes, I did prepare for writing Harris' book. I did, think about my character and my world, and I had a rough outline. And I just realized it wasn't enough. And I realized what I wish I had done and how fun it would be
Yeah.
to be in the sandbox before I put words on the page.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to take that forward. I'm getting really excited about like just being a world builder for my court fantasy and not even writing it in 2026. I just want to build it in 2026.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So that's one. And then secondly, I think I have finally, hopefully, for the last goddamn time in 2025, accepted my limitations as a hobby writer, not a professional or part-time writer.
Well, it's more so that you have a full-time job that takes a lot of energy. So,
And I think I finally maybe learned that lesson for the last time. And I think in 2026, I'm ready to identify myself as a slow writer and be happy with that. And I think what I'm thinking about for next year is I think I might just be done with writing goals. I know that over and over and over again, my average when I'm working on a book is 10K per month, basically. And whether I'm just writing normally or when I'm like pushing and trying to hold myself to something, I kind of always end up between 10 and 15K.
yeah.
So why not just accept like that is my normal? I would like to do that much every month and I'm happy with that. And if I do more, that's great. But I'm always just going to go in with I'm looking for 10K.
Which I think is better than to try and strive for something that is really difficult to do with whatever lifestyle or events are happening in your life, etc. that you've got.
Yeah.
And then feeling disappointed in yourself, I think is worse than
I really want to get rid of that, like always being upset with myself feeling. Because I've had like, hobby writer output, part-time job, mental state. And that's not working. So I would love everybody to hold me accountable. If you see me setting a goal that's like, I want 30K this month, like spray me with a water bottle because I'm not doing that anymore. We're going at our sustainable pace.
Yeah. And if anything, having a sustainable pace is how we don't dive too much into like writing slumps and allow ourselves to progress evenly and so have like more of a result at the end where we're like, yeah, we progressed. And it wasn't like
Yeah. When I really got back into writing, like in the like early days of my AuthorTube, yeah, exactly. AuthorTube channel, I didn't like shoot for word counts. I just wrote down what I did. And that was so fun. Like I had such a great time just watching my little graph go up. Like I wasn't aiming for anything. I just wanted to see it like go up. That's all.
Yeah, and a very good point. 10K for 10 months is 100K a year with 2 months off. So
yeah. Like I said with Martha, I think I probably ended up doing 80K this year. And that is awesome. I was always asking more of myself and never hit it. So we're done with that.
I think that is awesome. And it's still like it's a clapping moment. It's a pat on your back moment. It's still something you've achieved. And I don't ever want to say about any of my achievements, oh, I've only done this, because I'm thinking of it as well in terms of someone else might be watching and being really proud of having done the exact same.
Yeah,
and who am I to judge them? So you shouldn't judge me.
Amen. What about you?
What about me? I'm going back to my small little notes. And I think I have some similar ones to you, which one of my things that I feel like I've learned in 2025 is my process and being more of an outliner as well.
Yeah.
Just with Rules of Survival. And I feel like the way I worked on Rules of Survival really worked for me so much better so far than anything else I've done. Yeah. But I still think it's like a sort of, it's a progress that looks like this. Like you might go down a little bit, but you're still going up at the end of the day. So this is the second book that I've tried to outline fully, but I've done more in the outline than
I
any
would
other.
love to go back now and watch your outlining videos and remind
Yeah.
myself what you put in your outline this time around.
But I don't
Yeah.
even think, because like you give me a good idea for a video where it was like reflect back on how
Yeah.
outlining helped and stuff. I might do that anyway. I think
Yeah.
looking back at it, for me, it was not so much the initial outline. It was truly the going back in between each act. Because
Pausing and assessing.
what very often stops me in my track is realizing I've got plot holes. And if I give myself time, and I probably gave myself ample time for each one, where I was like, yes, I may have written like 20K in 1 month or whatever it was, but this next month, I'm going to only just focus on the outline, even though that could take a week and be done.
Mhm.
That's all I'm doing this month. And giving myself that freedom was also like a break between
Yeah.
the acts, was like a better pace, and also allowed me to think more.
Mhm.
And just, I would go back and think, okay, I have like a serious plot point here that bothers me, and that isn't going to be
Yeah.
fixed, and I need to
Yeah.
figure it out before I continue writing. And like that's why when I was writing act 3, because that was the last one where I needed to solve things, I wrote it so damn quick, because it was like, everything is solved, it's all good, like it's all
Yeah. You don't have anything
working.
still like lingering in act 1 that you're like, "Oh, that's gonna
Yeah,
be a ripple effect."
yeah, exactly. So I think that was like, figuring out that process was probably the biggest one of how I feel like I've been shaped in 2025. And I
Love.
also think another one that I'm going to put out there is, um, so many people have really loved and said, I love the prose that you've got in your shared lines, that it's one of my biggest achievement, in the sense of that was one of my most feared weaknesses when I first started
Aw.
writing, because writing as a second language in English is like, is my level of prose ever going to be as good as someone who was born speaking English? Like, will it ever be as good as if I were to write in French? And it's
Yeah.
like all of these questions where you're like, I can write a good story, I know I'm a good storyteller, but
Yes.
will the prose ever match? And it's obviously, you can't evolve unless you practice, right? Like that's just
Mhm.
the secret.
Yeah.
um but getting to a point where I'm getting people praising my prose has been so nice, and such a
Yay! Yeah.
warm inside feeling of being like, I might not be like at the literary level of, purple prose type of style
Mhm.
and everything, and I don't think I want to be anyway. That's never something I want to achieve,
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
not my vibe.
That might not
But
even have been your style in French.
yeah, but like, it is a point where I can feel proud of it, and that's all I
Yeah.
wanted. So
Yeah.
I think
You should
that's,
be so proud.
yeah, that's my
I have
2025.
loved, like, all the snippets you've shared from Project Alien. They're so immersive, and I'm so excited to read this book.
I'm so glad. And also, that was another one you said that I agree with, because I also did read the character arcs book, which I thought was brilliant for,
Yeah.
I think it's like a companion for me to Save the Cat,
Mhm.
rather than just a replacement, because I still like the beat sheet from Save the Cat, but I love the internal stuff from the character
Yeah.
one.
It's everything I was missing from Save the Cat, where the emotional arc just really
Yeah.
wasn't, like, intertwined enough.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Wyland book really just cements that, like, whatever action you pick to happen to the characters has to be born out of the emotional arcs. You need to know
Yes.
the emotional arc. And,
And
like,
it's,
yeah, it's stuff with that we know, but for some reason,
yeah,
just reading it really, like, locked it into my brain.
it really helped, I think. And I love that it helped you too. And that I think Steve also loved that book. And it was just such a good,
Mhm.
short, truly, like, great way to learn new things, because it's not like it's a quick base book. It's not
Yes. Yeah.
huge, you know. So I really like that. And I do feel like, compared to when I first started writing Demons, for instance, and I noticed how much more development I needed for Olive to feel like a truly grounded character that was real. And like, when I reread myself for Rules of Survival, and I was reading Themis's character, and I was like, wow, I know how to do a character arc now. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
it's so
crazy.
exciting. Because when you told me about her arc and, like, the lesson that she's learning, it just seems so, like, it's so there's so much synergy
Yeah,
between Themis and what's happening to her that it
yeah.
just meshes, like, a perfect recipe
Which
instead of
I've
trying to
never had
force.
with my
Yeah.
characters before. So I feel like that was a true learning moment, and I do wanna, like, give credit to the character arc book because I think that helped massively reading it. And
Mhm.
also I think it's just I don't know, I think it's a nice feeling when you know what your weaknesses are and you get to the point of like, I feel like I've overcome this one, and I feel like I've overcome this one. And to me, my big twos were prose and character arcs. That's always what I felt like I was failing a little bit at. So
Mhm.
I feel great finishing 2025 this way.
Oh my gosh. That is just the best thing ever.
You gotta be positive about your own shit,
That
you know?
just warms my little dead heart.
You love that hard. It is not.
Yeah, it's making me really, I mean, this is so bad, but it's making me excited to start another project because
Yeah,
it's
but
hard when I
because
zero.
you get to put into it everything you've learned.
Yeah, I zero drafted Hare's book without really having this integrated knowledge, and it's hard to go back and layer this stuff back in rather than just
Yeah,
getting it more right from the get-go.
yeah.
So, I don't
This
think I'm still kind of struggling with like the action of the book matching what I now know needs to happen with Hera. So, we'll talk about that in 2026, but
I mean, I'm excited to read however many drafts of it you make because I really loved that first one, and you left me hanging on so many bits where you're just like, "Bracket, this will happen in that scene." I was
now
like,
you know what my zero drafts look like.
I did that at the very end of Rules of Survival, but only on naming some stuff where I was like, I don't know what fucking part of the planet she's from, so I'll just put brackets. This is the name.
Bracket.
I did want to. I want to go through people's answers as well. However, we're probably not going to yap for much longer. So I just want to pop up very, very briefly question 3, which was, do you have like any vague sort of writing goals that you want to
Mm,
accomplish in 2026? I'm going to jump straight into my own answer just because it sort of links from my answer for question 2
yeah.
um, in a weird way. So essentially, thinking about all the progress I've done in 2025 and knowing what I feel better about and how much better I feel about a first draft of my last book than I feel about however long it took me to get to that level in my first book,
Mm,
Demons. This is going to be my big question for the beginning, I think, of 2026, which is what I'm going to plan on doing with Demons. And I'm at a point where I'm
mm,
not sure 100%, but I'm very much, and I think that's why 2026 for me is like figure out what my bigger writing goals are. Because I'm at a point where Demons feels like it is not working in the query trenches. And I know it has weaknesses and I know why it wouldn't sell right now. But that also means because I know it wouldn't sell right now, I don't know how I would sell it myself if I were to
mm,
self-publish it. It does not
yeah.
feel like Knights of Death is a perfect self-published book for me. Like I can see that book being that.
Yeah.
Demons is not. And so I'm kind of trying to reconcile, do I want to like just learn the ropes of self-publishing with a book that I don't truly believe will do well, or actually wait until I've got the right things to work with?
Mm,
And I think that's what I'm gonna have to figure out because I'm still like very undecided. And if anything, that's something I'm 100% gonna be annoying people with at the beginning of 2026 with my back and forth. I just know I'm gonna go back and forth on this several times. But
mm,
I I'm still in a mood where I want to continue working on Rules of Survival to the point that I'm like, do I just want to go ahead and continue on my latest one, forget all the other ones for now and go back to them later? And
mhm.
get to a point where I'm like, I've got something new that I love much more than everything else that I feel is much more ready to query than everything else.
Yeah.
And the rest can wait.
I mean,
I'm not trying to answer it now, don't worry.
what a fun problem it is to have this many projects
Ah,
in the states that they are in, first of all. Because, if you were to like go into the query trenches again with one of them, how cool is it if you get an agent's attention to be able to say, and here's like my backlog of kind of like 70%ed drafted projects. I think
yeah,
that's even if you don't touch them until that point, they're already a benefit to you.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I hear you on the demons thing. Like, regardless, you need to have a strong marketing angle for it in either direction.
I currently don't see it, and I think my other problem with it as well is that Demons is very much my first baby sort of project where
Mhm.
the main character is a bit younger than all of my other main characters. It's happening in college, which is in a setting I really use in my other books and everything. And it's starting to feel more and more like the outlier, even though I still love it. Don't worry, I still do. But it's it's getting to the point of like it doesn't really represent, I want to say, my brand, like I'm some sort of influencer, which I'm
No,
not.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
my writing brand, let's say.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
feel like all of my other books lined up better with each other now than Demons does because it was the first one.
Yeah.
And so I don't know.
Mm, I wish I could help, but I know it's truly something you have to decide. I can
Yeah.
totally understand, like, wanting to use it as a, like, learning book but only if you can really detach yourself from
From what
whatever
will
the
be, which
result is, I'll
will be
be
a
okay with
failure.
it,
Yeah. Yeah.
and my identity will not I won't have an identity spiral over it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think I might not shelve it, but sort of leave it alone for a little bit. Let it take a little bit of dust while I
Mhm.
work on other things and revise other projects next year.
Yeah,
Um,
I think
but
that's
yeah.
fair.
Would you also have an answer for any big goals you're
Oh,
thinking of
yes.
2020?
I did make a little list last night of writing goals. So I do have some ideas. I think obviously I would for Hare's book, I would love to finish this draft that I'm on.
Yeah.
And I would love to like maybe I'm conflicted about sending it out to betas again, or at all. Um yeah, I'm not putting word counts on it. I'm just saying finish the draft.
Yeah.
Um at some point during the year. Um,
Which I think
uh,
you can absolutely accomplish.
yeah, I think it's doable. I think it's doable. As I kind of brush on, I want to character and world build for the court fantasy.
That's exciting.
Maybe not even outline. I just want the characters to be like encyclopedic.
Oh, I love that.
And I want to see what because at this point I'm ready to wipe the slate clean, totally new action plot, new story, and just see what I notice about the characters and where they conflict.
This, every time you talk about it as well, I'm getting little flutters of work on Project Snowstorm, work on Project Snowstorm. So I could be
I
working on it
know.
at the same time as you're doing your fantasy.
That would be really fun. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna like alternate this with my Harris book work, but maybe, in the spring, if Harris book this draft is done, maybe we'll take a few months and just do that.
Oh, that sounds fun. And also,
While
actually,
we're menage a
that's a
twouting.
fantastic goal for if I were to work on Project Snowstorm world building and plot and outline in the summer month, then that might be fine to do because they're slower month. So,
Yeah. Yeah. That's so interesting.
and I do have a few books I want to read that I have bought to like get research going. So,
Oh, cool. Yeah.
looking forward to it.
Yeah, I
I
wanna
want
be
to.
able to take time on all that stuff, you know?
And I would love to know if you're gonna vlog any of this process when you start world building for it.
I would probably, but now that I think about it, it's like it's a little harder to translate
Mm.
into video in an interesting way, because I can't be like, "That was a good writing session, I got blah, blah words." And you have
But
to be a lot more secretive probably, or I would be. So it's like, "Yeah, I sat down and I worked on my stuff for an hour."
but not really, because you can still talk about, "I'm doing some research looking at this or this, I'm watching this show because that's relevant," or, "I'm thinking
Mhm.
of this comp title," or, "I have read this book, that's a good research book," or, "I've gone
Yeah.
into this Wikipedia loop," or whatever
Yeah,
else.
yeah. I think
You know,
I
you
would
can still.
probably
Yeah.
come at it from the angle of, okay, I'm someone who has really always done the barest minimum, and I do not actually know how to world build in a systematic way, and I would like to learn. Like, where do I start? What like do I collect? How do I collect? And come at it from like a noob tries to world build sort of thing.
It also probably depends on what kind of organizational mind you've got, actually, because I think everyone probably has a different system. For me, it's very much, yes, a bit of starting with basic research of, I know I'm vaguely interested in this period of time or this, thing that would inspire it.
Yeah.
Read it, research it in any other way, and collect notes. And then slowly they start forming categories. And you could be like, that's sort of, the political category, that's the powers and magic category. And then you start like making whatever. I use Notion, but you could
I think I would
have it
too.
handwritten, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just something you can refer to after, because that's really useful.
Yeah. I think I probably would use Notion. Although one of the last goal that I have, or idea that I have that I'll talk about, is I have thought about doing project journals for each project, kind of as I'm thinking about brainstorming and all that for the court fantasy, and also for Hare's book, like not a planner, but just like a journal to keep track of. I want a place to write about how I'm feeling about the book and just like brain dump about the book and write through problems. And also make beta reading notes. Like I want to make a time capsule for my project.
I love that.
And just put everything in there, like little trackers or sprint trackers. Because I have like kept a lot of writing stuff in my planner, and I think I'm ready to divert a little bit.
I love that.
So we'll play around with that in 2026, I think.
Nice. Very nice. Shall I go through the comments before we say goodbye so that
let's do it?
I can see what everyone else is planning and what everyone else feels like 2025 has shaped them.
I'm excited to see everyone's ideas.
I have to scroll back quite a bit. Sorry, I've missed a lot of comments. We were talking about StreamYard hearing us. I think that was the last one I was in. Okay. Marta says, I've learned how much more I enjoy writing when I'm doing it consistently and how much better I am at coming up with ideas as a result.
So true.
I've also used writing a lot more as an escape this year than I normally do, and I've learned to be more self-indulgent with it and just enjoy disappearing into another world for a bit. That's lovely. That's such a nice sentiment.
Can I adopt this energy for 2026?
I would love that. That's the best energy to have. And also, Marta then left, so I did not even notice. I'm so sorry. Going to run off to make dinner makes sense. I'm going to have to catch the rest of the stream as a replay. Bye, friends. Have a wonderful rest of the stream.
Bye.
Kagehime says, I realized that I prefer shorter works, both as a writer as well as a reader, so I stopped worrying about novels. That's a great realization to have.
Yeah.
Katie says, I learned that I can do this, that this dream is exactly what I wanted, and while it's hard, it's still the only thing I want to do. 2025 feels like the step in the right direction, and I'm grateful for it. In the same vein of I can do this, I've also become more resilient in the face of changes, and even when I can't control everything, writing is still everything to me, and it's what I value most. I love that.
Amazing.
Did I miss an answer? Sorry, it's just this. Oh, it's C for continued, not C as in ABC. Sorry. Just wanted to make sure that this made sense. I feel like the I can do this is something you need to have printed and in front of you so that you can remind yourself, I can do this.
Yeah, get that on a sticker.
No, get it framed. Oh my God, no. Make it with the gemstones thing. Like, because she was doing that, the gemstone by number thing.
Oh, yeah. Do it in a diamond painting.
Yes. Do a diamond painting of I can do this so that it's shining brightly. I would love that. Oh, and Steak said he made a Norwegian Christmas wreath cookies dough and cleans the kitchen a little bit. Oh, amazing.
A triple hitter.
I'm hungry because of that timer already. So this just makes me want more cookies. His answer is, I don't know, I feel like in the same old mess this year as other years, but at least now I'm in the same old mess that's finished. I'm the same old mess that's finished a draft.
Heck yeah.
And that's something you can learn about yourself too. So that's something you can say 2025 taught you, that you can finish a draft. Which is a big one. So it's pretty huge. Also, Katie was up to 1,165 words for the day, but most of it was written last night when she couldn't sleep.
Wow.
We got some F's in the chat for your washi tape.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to her. Gone but never forgotten.
Yeah. I will
Susan
remember.
says, sprint was food first, then 160-ish words. Pretty good. We got a little tombstone for your washi tape. What would that tombstone say, Michael? If yours would say, sorry.
Here lies washi.
Here lies washi. Steve says, I don't know. Wait, I have already read
I
this.
think it's a repeat.
Oh, it is. It's not me. It's a repeat comment. Susan says, this year embraced the idea of revising in layers rather than expecting to go from rough to perfect in one go. Hallelujah.
I feel this deeply. I am so self-conscious about my draft right now, and this is like I have to actively tell this to myself.
Like, it's so funny how we all feel like, okay, draft 1 must be perfect. It's like, that's not gonna happen. And then it's like, okay, but draft 2 will be perfect.
She's gonna
like,
be the bitch.
no.
And it's like, no, she's not. No, she's not.
No. You need for your drafts to have seen more daylight than that. Yes, that Kindle glass is very cute. Yeah, the diapenser or live long enough to become a published author. That's not everyone's goal, though, and you said so yourself. So I don't know. I'm a weird one who has shifted back closer to the pensive side of life. Interesting.
Ooh, that's cool.
Maybe it's also just you just have to go on the journey of exploring everything before figuring out which end of the spectrum you're on.
The circle goes around and around.
The wheel of life. I ate dinner and took a shower, says Keiko, because I feel more awful. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope that the shower helped. 10K is the sweet spot too. Are we the same person? Yes.
Yeah, we know this.
There you go. Susan also wants to yell bad cat while Casey sprays you with the water bottle.
Yeah, I need it because I know I'm going to get mind infected by the JanuRimo and the Finish It Feb and the, everything, and be like, I can do 25K in a month. Not really. No, you can't.
Yeah, it's more like you can push it, but that shouldn't be your initial goal.
Yeah, you can make yourself upset when you don't.
That's true. That's true. And also some more love for Wayland's character arcs book for fanfic work. Nice. Begun the linear hero's journey. Yeah. I think it's one of them things like where we'll offer grace to our friends and force it even, but show none to ourselves. Very true. Very true. I love all of that. Malin leveled up massively this year. Thank you. Question 3 has some answers as well. Susan's answer is revise the mind and query it. Draft the weird sentient house book, question mark. Exciting goals.
I love everything I hear about the sentient house book.
It does sound spoopy in a great way. Michael says acceptance by a queried literary agent. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Keiko says finishing a draft, but definitely getting the 150K in the fanfic. Excited. It's going to be a big fanfic. Love it. Steek says complete a revision of the cowboy book and figure out a consistent writing routine and do world building for my Viking vampire book.
Yes, please.
Lots of exciting goals.
Okay, I'm hearing that we are all finishing our books in spring.
Yeah.
Doing a little swappy swap, and then maybe world building in the summer.
Yeah. Katie says write 2 more manuscripts, baby. Finish a Milworthy. No, I'm joking. Don't do that one. Susan says revise age up the ghost book that's been lurking on my shelf for 6 years. Oh, I love that. And I would love to hear your thoughts on doing that if you do, as someone who's considering half shelving a book to leave it alone for a little bit. So we'd love to hear. Lots of tough questions. No goals, Anna. Kidding. She knows you meant word count goals.
It's a good. No, I need it. Keep telling me.
Can't wait to watch these world building journeys. I miss it and love it. So let me live vicariously through you. The grapes world building method is good for a starting point, I think. Is that an official initial method that exists, or is it the world building method that grapes uses?
Let me know. I haven't heard of this and I know nothing.
Yeah, same. Oh my god, diamond painting of I can do this is ending me. I might have to make that. Please do. Hi, Bombastus. I'm so sorry. We're finishing. We've been here 3 hours. It would read "Stuck on You," the washi tape.
Oh yes, yes.
Malin, my favorite Dragon Age fanfic at 700k. That's mental. Absolutely mental.
Are the characters like still living? They've probably aged 50 years.
God. Yeah. Or is it like a Simpsons situation where no one ages ever?
Mm-hmm.
150k is nothing in the fanfic space.
True.
Yeah, I know that's also why I don't read fanfic anymore. I don't have time. It's crazy. It's too much.
Need progress.
No, I never want to hear Milwordy again. I feel like Milwordy took a beating this stream.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I went on such a rant. I've never given Milwordy like two thoughts, but I just decided that I got a real.
I just see it as so remote from anyone I know. Like, I just don't think of anyone I know as being someone who would want to do Milwordy. That I'm just like, whoever does, go off, do your thing. It's just weird, but do it if it makes you happy. Graves is an official method.
Okay, cool.
We need to look it up then. Government, religion, agriculture, etc. Oh, there we go. Stands for geography, religion, achievement, politics, economics, and social structure.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
I have something to go down a rabbit hole about. This is excellent.
Some characters are immortal, but it spans the story of the third game. Okay. I think that was our last comment.
I think so.
I can now hide that spanner and we can say goodbye because we've been here 2 hours and 55 minutes, and that's a long time. And I really want
we had a lot of reflection to reflect.
Yes. But that was our last Lazy Gang stream of the year. So,
oh my god.
Right. And in the new year, we'll try and find a January date to celebrate our 3 years of Lazy Gang.
I know. Crazy.
Crazy. Oh, there's a whole Reddit thread for a rabbit hole if you want.
Excellent.
Nice.
I love it.
Nice. Some hearts from Keiko. Thank you guys so much for coming. And yeah, sorry, leaving you guys. Love you, girly pops.
Have a great holiday season.
Yes, have a lovely holiday season. I'm sure we'll see you on other streams. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've said to Steve to sign me up for all his Tuesdays this December except the last two. So, and you might be on the last one. So yeah, I'm pulling the plug. Give me a second. I'm Scoops. Goodbye. I'm a yapper. Sorry, Michael.
Bye.
Thank you guys. Ending the stream.